Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes, and guess what? They are doing fire testing in our building. So if I'm speaking and all of a sudden the alarms go off, I think we're still safe. I hope so. Anyway, 11 properties today. A couple of weird things we see, and I think there's still a couple seats for the buyer class. If you're interested in coming, go to miltonbuyerclass.com, and let's talk about some homes. Now, there's a very subtle thing here on Rose Heath that most people, if they're just glancing at listings, would miss. And you can see there's the power lines right here, which means this property backs onto dairy in all likelihood. Clean and tidy inside. The kitchens are always kind of a weird layout in these smaller detached homes. This is what they'd call a detached link, by the way. And upstairs, you've got usually pretty large bedrooms, one full bathroom that's shared between the rooms, and then you have a powder room on the main level too. So there you go. There's some nice privacy. I mean, I had a reframe a couple of years ago where I had a client say to me, they said, we want a home that backs onto a busy road. And it was the first time I ever heard it. I thought, why would you want that? Because I don't have any neighbors looking onto me. So it kind of changed the way I look at homes that back onto a busy road. And we all have our preferences. For me personally, that's a deal breaker. I do not want a busy road in front of me or behind me. It's just one of those things for me personally. Now, this one on Charlton probably gets a premium for the street name. Obviously, that was a bad joke. That is a daycare right there. So I don't know how that's going to impact in terms of noise. I would imagine it wouldn't be a huge effect. And that might even be the same thing as I just talked about, where maybe that's better than having a home behind you because it's really just a wall. There's no windows or anything like that. I'm not sure. You got to kind of scope it out and see what it's about. Now, this is kind of fascinating. As the first photo, this is the introduction that somebody has to your listing. You show a big backyard, but what's interesting to me is that, and I had to double take this, there's a basketball net in the middle of the backyard. Now, I don't know if you've ever played basketball before, but dribbling a ball on grass is not exactly the best way to play basketball. So that was kind of an interesting thing. It's a small backsplit. The kitchen in this model is very tiny. I mean, that's one of the trickiest parts about this home is that it has a tiny kitchen. And actually, shot 16 shows the kitchen, and that even looks bigger than what it actually is to me anyway. But that's it. 4 bedrooms will attract an audience. But when people get in, they'll realize how small this home is. And go ahead this weekend. Try dribbling a basketball on grass. It's not fun. So here we've got 2 homes that are pretty close to each other. Manley Lane here backs onto a pond, but any semi for $724 right now is pretty... I would say it's pretty tough to get it. Nothing wrong with the home, obviously, but it's just, I mean, everything has kind of fallen down under 7, well, most of it. 22.51 frontage for a semi-detached. And if you look at the next one on Dills, that's the fire alarm, by the way, 22.51. So the builder decided to put detached homes on semi-lots. Now, you're going to have to cut in on the one side to create the lot separation. So this home is going to be a really narrow, I mean, at most the home is probably 18, 19 feet. Plus you've got to get past the garage in the front of the layout. The finishes are good, but this is all you have. So you've got a kitchen where you can't really put an eat-in, and then you've got a space, and they've used their staging well. There's no TV, so that's one thing. Where are you going to put the TV, especially if you use the other space for a dining area? It's just a tough layout. It is nice in a home like this having a finished basement, but even in here, it's like if you put the TV on the one side, you've got doors pretty much this entire area. There's a door here, there's a door here, there's the staircase, so you don't really have a place This is the only open wall, so if you put a TV there, you're kind of using a couch to block something else. It's just a little bit of a sore spot as far as layout goes, and it's $759. There's a lot of detached homes out there right now, larger than this, maybe not finished as well, but larger than this for $750. There's a ton of them. There's one in Farmstead yesterday that's 1938 square feet. Total combined finished space of this home is probably close to 1938, and with the one on Farmstead, which is on a 30-foot lot, you could still finish the basement and have even more space in the future if you need it. Now, last thing I want to point out in today's episode before we get out of here is this thing. So this is the basement washroom at 1007 Ferguson. I don't know if you've ever had a mirror beside you as you've been sitting on the toilet, but it's not the most flattering thing in the world. If I was going to buy this home, I would put non-reflective substance on that door, because that's a view that I'd rather do without. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you back here on Monday with more Milton Daily Homes. Have a super weekend. If you're coming to town, like I said, Saturday buyer class, you can be done, have some lunch, maybe go see some open houses. It'll be a fun day, and we do tours of homes. We have lots of ways we can help you. So anyway, have fun.